Hey, meet my dad. He loves politics, so that's what you're probably going to hear. I'm going to go eat a gorgeous meal with him. His name is A.K. Bubby. Don't ask how we got that name. I have no idea. We just started calling him Bubby. So, I'm taking you on a journey with us. Hey, Dad. How are you?
All right.
That's good. Yeah. So, I have 3 questions to ask you.
Okay.
How do you feel about being a business owner?
I feel good. I mean, you create, make extra money.
So, what is one thing that you find to be a challenge?
Building a business, getting people to just building a business, just building it. It's hardest.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
I didn't know
So,
she's.
Oh, it's okay. Do you think that you passed on the entrepreneurial spirit to me and my siblings?
yes, I believe I did. You know, everybody wants to do their own thing, which is good, which is different. Everybody doing their own thing, and that's good. Yes, I did pass it. I got it from my father, so I passed on to you all.
Yay! Any lasting words you want to give me as a young entrepreneur?
So in that way, you
just keep trying. No matter if you don't think you succeed, just don't give up. Keep trying.
Thank you. Thanks, Bubby. Back from eating, had a great time with my dad, sitting and talking with him. Couldn't film too much because we had a couple actually behind us having a very in-depth conversation, and things kind of got a little loud. So yeah, but I'm so thankful because entrepreneurial businesses and the mindset runs through my family on both sides, my mom and my dad's side. And just recently I've just had an overwhelming feeling of completion in a way when I started to really believe in myself. And I just want to share a couple of core things that really helped me to start off with my goal. And essentially this YouTube is just to be here for seeing my journey of, rather if I'm focusing with my hair, focusing on self-growth, and kind of just showing different things that I like to do throughout the day of getting to know me more. I'm trying to be more comfortable with myself in so many different aspects. So this is what brings me to YouTube. But I'm so excited to be able to share with this news with you all. And first thing I want to start off with is whenever you're starting a new journey or starting a goal, you have to be patient. The process isn't going to look like, oh, I start this and I'm going to have a clear train of thought for everything within the next month or 2 weeks and things like that. Like, it takes months, like, to have a good idea when you feel like you're there, and then something is like, no, you're not really there. So you're like, like, what else do I have to do to get there? Then the other thing is reminding yourself that sometimes, like, when you are, I don't want to say comparing, but when you're noticing that other people are succeeding in different ways, because essentially it comes through a post or it comes through like calling like, hey, you know, I'm so excited, this is good news and blah blah blah. Like, it's okay to, as you're already feeling genuinely happy for them, and not having it and be a spear for them, but sometimes it makes you feel like, okay, well, what else could I possibly be doing with my brand, or what else could I possibly be doing to allow myself to be not really where they are, but at the level where you want to be, because they're at the level where they want to be or where they're at. And that's okay. I don't think that it's bad to have a little bit of competition with yourself, but it comes to a certain point because you don't want to really burn yourself out. So patience is key. I love telling myself, reminding myself to be patient, because I'm such a driven person. I'm like, give me what I need to know, tell me what I need to do, I'll do it. And I typically go and I just burst out, and I'm trying this new thing of not only with my patience, but having faith, believing in yourself. That's a very hard key for some people to grasp, because sometimes people are like, oh, well, how did you know, or what did you do to to kind of have this confidence in yourself. And a lot of it is faith. I remember when I was a child, I believe I could do whatever I wanted to do. I used to sew Barbie clothes. I used to make them little leather jackets and everything with sewing them, because my aunt is a seamstress and also a fashion designer, and she used to give me all this different little small materials to have. And for me, I was like, you know, I could do whatever I want to do with these, excuse me, with this. And then as I started to grow up, I started to kind of feel like I was conforming to fit in. I lost a lot of that drive of faith. And now as a young adult, I am learning how to believe and have faith, not within God, but within what He is driving me to do. A lot of the decisions I made in 2018 were not from me. I literally was like, no, I don't have to like end my job. Like, it is a really great paying job. I don't have to leave. I'll just bear it out. I'll just bear it out. And God was like, okay, you keep bearing it out. I'm gonna keep throwing you curveballs. I got sick with upper respiratory tract infection. What else? I pulled a muscle on my side, which was very painful. Then I was going to the emergency room more often than what I typically go. And I was like, you know, God, I hear you. Okay, I'm going to be obedient. I'm going to pretty much just listen to you. I'm going to trust you. And that's when all these other things started to happen, but they're all happening at once. So now I feel overwhelmed, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like, well, this is what I've been praying for. So I have to get ready for this. I can't just be like, well, it's too much, God. I don't want this anymore. Like, no, you have to be like, okay, well, what are some things I can do to prepare myself for this? I journal. I talk to my boyfriend about it. I talk to my sister or my parents. And I pretty much, every time when I'm feeling myself get overwhelmed with so many things are happening at the same time, I just pray. I'm becoming more vocal. I'm not allowing myself to really hold it in anymore. And that was essentially what's pretty hard for me, to kind of just be like, okay, Ruby, you have to be a little bit more vocal than what you were before. So that's that with faith. And the next thing is trust in the process. So everything has a process. And I feel like with processes, a lot of it is testing what you're able to handle and pushing you a little bit more past that. And everything that I'm doing now new is really pushing me to believe in myself. It's like, okay, all those positive words, all the people telling me like, you know, congratulations, I know things are going to be great for you, and different things like that. And also learning to not tell everyone my goals and my dreams and my plans, because just like how some people are praying for you for good things, some people are wishing bad things on you too. And you have to be very conscious of that, because it is real out here in these streets. So yeah, basically, so it's just, I think knowing that there is a process allows you to be a little bit more patient, because we're so used to instant gratification, especially within my generation. We're like, okay, we press this button, it turns on. We press that button, it's louder, it's quieter, whatever. It's just like, we're so used to just instant gratification. And when we do something and realize like, oh, well, I have to try again, like, that makes you just be like, come on, and just feel like, well, am I doing anything right? But you really are, because you need that practice of being, okay, I tried this, that doesn't work, let me do something else. And that really helps you to grow. That really helps you to know for future references of what works and what doesn't work. So sometimes you just have to really push yourself out there and just enjoy the process. It's weird, it's hard. You know, I never really cried real tears until I became an entrepreneur. And the tears before that was when I was in school and I was really trying to make it to be the first person in my immediate family to have a bachelor's degree. And that was really hard too, but I realized that you're not growing unless you feel uncomfortable. And when you are comfortable and you're doing something new, that means you need to do something else. So just saying that. The fourth thing is remember your goals. Doing a vision board is good, but you have to be specific during that vision board. You have to be like, I want this car, I want this house, I want to have this amount of money. And then you have to break it down into sub goals where you're like, well, for me to do this goal, I need to do A, B, and C. And then A, B, and C will have their sub goals like A, B, C, and D. And it feels like, oh, it's a never ending thing of planning. But my mom always instilled into us that you need to have your 3-month goal, 6-month goal, 9-month goal, and year goal. And for me, I know what my ending goal is and what I want ending, but I need to figure out what are my other steps to my goals that I want to achieve to know that I am achieving my essential long-term goal. And a little briefly of what some of my goals are that I don't mind sharing is that I want my business to be my crochet business to be a sustaining business. I want it to have people that or it's young teens that want to have a safe place to be able to be creative in their own way, and or also like women who just enjoy crocheting to be a part of something that's branding out to be for women or even for men, and they just want to have that safe place to be just kind of in their zone. You know, sometimes it's a beautiful feeling when you take something out of hurt or pain or whatever and create something beautiful out of it. And a lot of my great pieces that I've ever made was either when I was sad or when I was or you know, kind of just nervous about something, and then after, when I'm done with it, I'm like, oh well, I made something beautiful. I made something that I didn't even think I had the capability of doing. And that really makes you feel like, you know, I got it. So I want my business to grow and be a sustainable business. I want it to be able to survive past the 5-year mark thing. And then next, for my goal, I want to grow my other business that I do have that's still in the works. It's fairly new, but I want to grow that business. I want to have a brand new car. I want to move into my own house. Another long-term goals I would love to be married. I would love to have children. I would love to be able to help my spouse to, what I was gonna say, like my boyfriend, but anyway, like I would love to have my future spouse with whatever his goals are, whatever his dreams are, and I just really want to be able to set a foundation with him of what we want to teach our children in the future. So yeah, so these are my 4 things I wanted to just take away, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please drop any comments, suggestions, whatever that you think that would be helpful for me as far as content, because girl, I'm still trying to figure it out myself. And I just, you know, I really love you guys. I thank you for your support. I see that when I start to have like a couple amount of subscribers, that really makes me feel good, because I promise you guys, like, this is going to be fun for you and for me, and we're going to see where this goes. And just letting you know, if someone hasn't told you yet, you are loved, and your goals and dreams do matter, and I give you permission to dream big. So have a great day. Bye bye.